Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama. All right. Let's read Srimad Bhagavatam here. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Sangha, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinda, Oma Ganatimirandasya, Ganandana Salakya, Chakshur Militamina, Tasma Sri Yoga. So this is Krishna's childhood pastimes of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 11th verse. Shukadeva Goswami continued. O Maharaj Parikshit, When the Yamala Arjun trees fell, let's put the it's 10th canto, 11th chapter. 10th canto, 11th chapter, verse 1. Shukadeva Goswami continued. When the Yamal Arjun trees fell, all the cowherd men in the neighborhood, hearing the fierce sound and fearing thunderbolts, went to the spot, where they saw the fallen Yamal Arjun trees on the ground. But they were bewildered, because even though they could directly perceive that the trees had fallen, they could not trace out the cause of their having done so. Krishna was bound by the rope of the ulakala, the mortar, which he was dragging. But how could he have pulled down the trees? Who actually done it? Where was the source of this incident? Considering all these astounding things, the cowherd men were doubtful and bewildered. Then all the cowherd boys said, "It is Krishna who has done this." When he was in between the two trees, the mortar fell crosswise. Krishna dragged the mortar, and the two trees fell down. After that, two beautiful men came out of the trees. We have seen this with our own eyes. You know, it's interesting. I was just realizing something here. It's like, why did the cowherd boys, why did they understand that Krishna pulled the trees down, but yet the cowherd men didn't? The fathers of the cowherd boys, they couldn't understand. Well, they were bewildered. How could this be? See, but isn't it? You see, one of the functions we're seeing here of the Yoga Maya potency is, if it's not according to your ras, you won't see it. You won't want to see Krishna strong. If you're in the parental ras, you won't want to see Krishna so strong that he can take care of himself, or he can do supernormal things, generally. See? So that's contrary to their ras, so they wouldn't see that. But the cowherd boys, on the other hand, it's not contrary to their ras to see Krishna doing stuff like that. Because what did we read in Caitanya-caritāmṛta, chapter 4? That there's a feeling of equality with Krishna. Even the cowherd boys feel, we're just as strong as Krishna is. Okay? And in a sense they are, because they can be empowered to be as strong as Krishna. That's why they wrestle. You notice the devotees like Krishna and the cowherd boys will wrestle or fight, and sometimes they win. The cowherd boys will win over Krishna. See, because they're thinking, hey man, we're equals, we're just as strong as Krishna, and Krishna makes them so. They're wrestling, perspiration, everything going on their forehead. They're actually doing it, man, going for it. Same thing with Jambavan. He was empowered by the Lord to fight with him for 21 days. He was, they were all fighting like equals. You can't do that unless you're empowered by the Lord. See? See? So the only reason those had a fatherly relationship with the Lord, they didn't want to see that Krishna could take care of himself on the equal. They wanted to see that they take care of Krishna. Krishna's not strong enough to do such things. He's dependent on us, and see, that's more their ras, so that would interfere if they would see that. Krishna dragged the mortar, and the two trees fell down. After that, two beautiful men came out of the trees. We have seen this with our own eyes. You know, you see how Krishna liberates us from ignorance. Also, you see in that pastime, Krishna takes off the material coverings. See, by associating with Krishna, see, those Yamul Arjun trees were cursed by Narada Muni, because they committed some offense by, appearing nude before Narada, and he cursed them to become trees. And they were seeing Krishna every day, walking past them. And so they just kept seeing and seeing and seeing and got purified. See? And then their material coverings came off and their real forms came out as devotees. And they were in the demigod realm, but they were devotees now. See, the more we see Krishna, the closer we get to becoming more his devotees. See? To the point where ultimately ecstatic love awakens. See? And then we become that unalloyed devotion. We become the best of Krishna's devotees. And that even goes deeper. Yeah. See, so again, that illustrates Krishna is the one who liberates us, whether we have the forms of trees or human beings or dogs. It's Krishna, and Krishna when he's here, or Krishna through his representative, that liberates us from these material forms. You see, and then our spiritual identity emerges. Yeah. So that's the path, man. So the Lord delivers us through those who have been delivered. Yeah. This morning I posted this picture. River asked me if she could post that picture as a profile picture of me giving her a hug, in a park, and it was just a pure-hearted thing. And some other devotee used that, Vaidhi Bhakti, used that to criticize. You say, oh, you see, you embrace women and all that stuff, And then Krishna said, hey man, what about the Jesus over there, I go look at the pictures of Jesus. He's embracing all kinds of beautiful women, in the pictures. They have pictures of him doing that. And that's okay. See? And then people might say, oh, Gaurahari, you're just trying to imitate Jesus, huh? Well, wait a second here. Let's get sedantically correct here. Let's be clear about this thing about imitating. It's not about imitating Jesus. It's about being a Jesus, being empowered, just like Jesus empowered. You say if Jesus is like the Supreme Lord descended, and he starts a disciplic line, somebody like Nityananda, form of the Lord, and he empowers his disciples. They become like him. He's fire, because he has his loving relation with God, and he empowers them to become like fire. What are these rascals doing here? The little rascals are here. Look at her hat. She's a little rascal. The little rascals are here. And this guy's a big rascal, man. Watch out for him. Goes around hugging everybody, man. He's got his name back, Huggaji, and we're stripping him off his Rangaleka. No more. Huggaji.
No, I'm sorry.
He's both now. He's got it all incorporated.
Rangaleka, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh, this guy, she embraced a man. Yeah. Oh my God, did you see that? Look at that. Oh, it's you missed it, man. She embraced a guy. Oh. This is not a Vaidhi tradition.
See, I get told off for embracing girls.
Yeah, well. I'll do it. Illuminated. Little pussycat. There he is, Captain America.
A little bit chai.
Yeah, Captain America. See, I knew you were Captain America.
Why?
Because you got a shirt on. That's his shield, man. See?
Captain America.
Yeah, you know, so anyway, one Vaidhi Bhakti puts it, she said, you see, this one Pada group, you know, this guy, he goes, finds the dirt on all the gurus, and he found dirt on me. He got me kissing him. You know, it was a holy thing. We're in ecstasy, kissed him, you know, and holy kiss. And then I got it, embraced Yamuna, and they put it, plastered all over the internet. So I said, hey man, let's get sedantically correct about this. And so Jesus is embracing these females and everything, and it's okay. Why? Because they're being delivered, right? Yeah. And well, what are you trying to imitate Jesus, Gaurahari? Well, wait a second here. Let's be, as I say, sedantically correct. Chapter 1 of Adi Leela says that the spiritual master delivers the Lord's devotees. Are you a Lord's devotee? She committed 40 years of her life. Obviously, she's a devotee of Krishna. So the Lord delivers his disciples or his devotees through a mature devotee. See? So, you know, and you see that was Jesus, and that could be, you know, I'm sure the followers, well, they're ecstatic. They're always embracing and giving handshakes and all kinds of stuff, you know, because they got real love, you know. But it's only in Vaishnavism, whereas there's all this stuff, you know, about, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't embrace a woman and everything, because and we got to understand these things. It's important. We got to revolutionize Vaishnavism, make it more clear. Otherwise, we have all this false renunciation and repressions and all, and unclear understanding. Lord Chaitanya didn't embrace women because he was following the sannyas ashram. Okay, Nityananda did. Hey, he'd even ask a 12-year-old to marry him. You know, it's all in the book there. You know, he would do anything he felt like doing. He's a free person. You know why? He has ecstatic love of God. You know, it burns up millions of things. Millions, if there's any sins around. Not only does it burn up any sins that are like lurking in the person's body by relishing ecstatic devotion, it burns up anybody who's sitting around them. That's the whole point of being close to such devotees.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, so that's the idea. But if you're not a bona fide guru, then you notice persons they preach from that platform. They don't know, they don't have knowledge, and they say, oh, you shouldn't do it, because they know if they did it, they would, you know, get all weird. And they can't deliver their disciples anyway until you get devotion. Then the Lord may empower you to be a bona fide guru. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what it's going to do. Usually. Why not? There's so few to find those kind of workers in this planet. You know, to do everybody's concerned about their own interest and not the Lord's interest. You know, it's nice to have a few of those around the planet, right? Even the gurus, many of them are concerned about their own interests. You know, they're not concerned about uncompromising truth. Put them out of a job. You know, that's called motivated religiosity, the one thing that Bhagavatam is not. You know, it says, this first verse, Srimad Bhagavatam, no, first canto, first chapter, second verse. This Srimad Bhagavatam is not materially motivated. It's not subject to religiosity, material religiosity. See, it's not supposed to be, but it's imprisoned with that now. It's like Kamsa was a hypocritical devotee. He was claiming to be a religious person, but he put the devotees in prison. He put the leaders in prison. See? And the way they do that now is they put the Bhagavatam in prison. You know Bhagavatam is in prison? You know we're here to liberate the Bhagavatam? Did you know that? I didn't know that till now. It's a great revelation, isn't it? It's amazing. Wow. That's it, Lord. We're here to take Bhagavatam out of prison. It's imprisoned by the speculators and the hypocritically devout. Oh, yeah, we know Bhagavatam. Yes, we're guru, even though the Bhagavatam says I'm not guru, and Chaitanya Leela says I'm not guru, but we say we're guru because we say it, and you believe it. You're blind believers, and we're blind leaders. We get together. Huh? What did he say?
I don't know.
Leaders for sure.
Leaders for sure.
Leaders?
The leaders.
The leaders. Oh, the leaders. Yeah.
Leaders. They bleed you.
Yeah, they bleed you, yeah.
Your blood.
They can't help it. Their ignorance has to be destroyed. So we're here to liberate the Bhagavatam. See? And otherwise, people, they use these points to keep away from real devotees. Hey man, if you're a real guru, if you're a real ecstatic devotee, and you're empowered to deliver your disciple, if a disciple hugs you out of sincere, surrender and submissive and gratefulness, hey man, what's the problem? They plaster all over the internet, Jesus is saving his disciples who surrender like that. Isn't that a beautiful thing? It's a wonderful, beautiful. Well, hey man, it ain't no different in Vaishnavism. We're just more clear about it. When a person's empowered to be spiritual master, they deliver your sorry ass, man. And the person who's getting delivered is so happy. Look at Johan. Is he nice? Is he happy?
Yeah, look at his sorry ass.
Look at that guy. That guy ain't no sorry anymore, man. He's so happy. He's been delivered from Vedic Bhakti, actually. 20 years of hard labor he was in. Prisoned by the speculators, telling him, do this, do that. Okay, that's a good start. Okay? But ecstatic devotion takes you out of prison, doesn't it? Hey, man, am I preaching what's right out of 10th canto? Didn't Krishna, ecstatic Krishna and the cowherd boys, come to Mathura that was imprisoned by the hypocritically devout Kamsa? Am I telling any a lie or just telling you what happened? Isn't it so funny that we in our little sangha... You're always causing disturbance by befriending dogs that don't belong to this group.
People outside the group, I'm trying to get in. People outside the group, I'm trying to get in, you see. So I'm good with everybody. Even dogs. Even this fella.
I'm a mad dog.
And I take the criticism from him directly. Directly.
Oh.
See? All the time. Because he ain't going to be able to criticise me. So I'm just sitting here there. Everything I do is criticize.
You keep coming every day.
Yeah.
What do you expect, man?
I get criticised every day as well. So I'm fed up of it.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I am not fed up of it. I like it. Making me so bigger and stronger.
Pretty soon he's going to be a real Captain America, not just a wannabe, huh? Cutting more jokes. Look, you're making her laugh now. That's amazing.
Yeah. The captain is captain.
Yeah. See, so we're doing the same thing, man. It's only ecstatic devotion that liberates those poor imprisoned person. How do you know a person's imprisoned? They look like imprisoned. They're like, oh man, I'm stuck. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, they're like in a labor camp. Okay, so Krishna, he killed Kamsa, who represented ignorance. See, people don't even know they're in prison. You don't know until you see a happy devotee. See, most people are around unhappy devotees because the leaders are in prison. Well, sometimes they're kind of happy if they're enjoying pizza or something, and telling their devotees. No, you can't eat pizza, man. You can't, no. But I'm in the closet doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I remember there was one sannyasi, he was in there watching porno movies, and sannyasi in ISKCON, and they found out, hey man, I'm just telling public record. And he's telling everybody, oh no, don't hug a woman, man, don't do it. And he's sitting there in his place there watching porno thing. He's not the only one either, I'm sure. See, that's called the hypocritically devout. Look at me, I'm sannyas in control. I'm a Goswami, man. But then he's up there watching the porn stuff. Why not just be honest, man? See? In Kali Yuga, you can get this bhakti without trying to put on a show. See? Look at this guy here. Look at this guy. Half a brain. And he was rolling on the ground yesterday. The guy can't control his senses. I had to take the chocolate away from him yesterday, man. He was ready to eat a whole pound of chocolate, man, after dinner, and we had to grab it from him. He can't control it. Still, the Lord gave him all this darshan stuff. I don't understand. See, that's the way you're supposed to get it, without qualification, as a gift. He took the gift. It's being distributed here. He just said, "I'll take it, man." I said, no, I taught no qualification. He said, hey man, that's me. I ain't got any. See, you got to be honest. If you're a sannyasi, you got to raise your hand, say, yeah, I'm a hypocrite and liar and cheater. I can't deliver anybody. Just do that, man. Admit you're intoxicated by false ego. Then we can help you out. If you can admit that stuff. If you can't, then it's a problem. Then we'll get your followers instead. Maybe they're not as intoxicated. And then we'll send them back to you to deliver you. Got one there? Oh. Yeah. So this is how, when deliverance is here, this is its style. It's according to the book. It's according to the Bhagavatam. See? Krishna comes, the ecstatic Krishna comes from Vrindavan, goes to Mathura, and liberates those people imprisoned. Is that so difficult to understand? Who has ever told you that? Has any guru ever told you that? Is it even in the Bhagavatam? It is, but it isn't. See, Devananda Pandits that are all preaching, see, they're all maybe austere and regulated and renounced, and studied the Vedas, studied the Bhagavatam. They don't know this. See? They don't know the heart of the Bhagavatam. Isn't that the heart of the Bhagavatam? See? That's called revelation. I mean, it's right there. Now you can see it. Can you see that? How Krishna came, goes to Mathura. They're all imprisoned. See? Or under the thumb, you got to serve me, and all. They're all miserable, man. Repressed, depressed, suppressed. Ecstatic Krishna comes. What is this? This is bullshit, man. Hey, you're a bullshitter there, Kamsa. We say, hey, you sannyasi, you're a bullshitter, man. What is it? You're no deliverer. Hey, man, we'll show you why. We'll undress that ignorance. See? Liberate your people that are imprisoned by that speculation. That's why Prabhupada had you all read for 2 hours a day, and still that, is so, when you hear the truth, you'll remember that, God, how come my gurus never told me that stuff? How come Gaurahari doesn't even wear a dhoti, comes and knows all these things? Because he goes by the book. Man, worships the Lord in loving ecstasy. Therefore he has the right understanding, man. What's so hard to understand about that? You know what, I did see that. You did see that? You mean after reading 2 hours a day, you see that? You see the song, Samsaradhara. It's coming to your remembrance now because you heard this lecture. You're right. The guru is supposed to be absorbed in the mellows of devotion. How come I didn't see that? Because you're listening to speculators. You're listening to people who don't know Bhagavatam. They're not a devotee of Bhagavat. Therefore, how are you going to know? You're listening to Prabhupada, but you got all this speculation, whirlwind demon stuff, clouding your mind, and therefore you can't see it as it is. Right there in Prabhupada's book. I love preaching this book because it's as it is. You know, say, hey man, don't you see that, man? You want the real guru? He's Bhagavad-Gita 10:10 personified, man. Worships the Lord with loving ecstasy, therefore has the right understanding, man. That's the path. Can you see it now out there? You gurus and you followers of such gurus, are you worshiping such a guru like that? Are you following such a guru like that? Are you such a guru like that? Let's be honest, everybody. It's time to be honest. See, because of intense parental affection, the cowherd men, headed by Nanda, could not believe that Krishna could have uprooted the tree. It's contrary to their ras. See? But the cowherd boys said, no, he did do it. Because why? There's no problem for their ras, because they feel they're equal with Krishna. They can also do. And they could, if Krishna, empowers them, sometimes they fight with them. Fights with them. How can they do that unless they're empowered? That's why in Caitanya, in Nectar of Devotion, stay attentive. That's why in Nectar of Devotion, it says that the cowherd boys were almost as powerful as Krishna. Okay? But they had to be empowered to do that. Yeah? So how is that shown practically? Well,
Joshua, leave that dog alone.
Yeah. So how does that show up practically? Well, Lord Chaitanya came and delivered people. Krishna came and delivered people. Jesus came and delivered people. His followers came and delivered people. See? Lord Chaitanya delivered people. Nityananda delivered people. Advaita, their followers delivered people.
Gaurahari delivered people.
So the real followers who have that kind of bhakti are also the deliverers. The Lord empowers them with the power to deliver people. That's the supreme opulence, is to deliver people, not to do mystic stuff. And, well, look at me, people lost faith in Jesus, in Moses. He parted the seas, and still, they didn't believe after a while. They just forgot. That ain't enough.
Yeah.
It ain't enough to part the seas. Can you imagine parting the? Well, we're going to disbelieve now still. That's how powerful Maya is. The disciples of Jesus who didn't get the Spirit, the Holy Spirit yet, still ran away. It was only when the Spirit of devotion awakened, now that was a supreme deliverance. Because you're not delivered until the Spirit of devotion enters you. See? And then you cultivate it nicely. Otherwise, if it's crooked and everything, you're going to have problems along the way. It's going to grow like this, And if you don't accept the gardener, and that's the Lord in the heart, and if you're not listening to the Lord in the heart, the guru's there, hopefully, unless if they're on the planet, they come and they start doing some chopping of the weeds, weeding. If you don't like that, you go away, right? Isn't that what we see? They go away. No, we don't like that. We want to do it our way. And they want to grow like that. All right. Well. Are they dropping? They might be dropping down from there. Yeah. So, yeah. So therefore they could not put their faith in the words of those of boys. See? So you can relate this also to Vaidhi Bhakti. In the Vaidhi level, they don't believe in this ras, this Vrindavan ras, yet they're worshipping Krishna on the level of ecstatic, on the level of Vaidhi Bhakti. They can't put their faith in these words.
I think they can believe in they do believe it in this rest, but they think that they've got to go through all these rigmaroles and everything to go through it, you know, to go through Vaidhi Bhakti for lifetimes before you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so high that they think they can't possibly get it. But all they got to do is just follow the man who's on the other end of this camera.
Yeah.
You know, and they will get it. And that's it. Simple.
Yeah.
You know, if a 2/10 of a brain man can get it,
Yeah.
you know, there's no reason why you with a brain full size can't get it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and maybe some will do that, and you can. That's how you change your run. Those are the persons who come first, because there are those. It's still contrary to their ras, and they really believe it. See, if I'm still like a Vaidhi, maybe I want to be that way forever. I want to go to Vaikuntha. It's possible. Some people are like that. You know, they show that because they look at here and they say, "I don't like that way of worship." They're just honest. That's I don't like that. I think they start criticizing all that. They don't like it. You know, it's contrary to their ras, their present ras. So the bottom line is, if you see it and you like it, so then maybe it's for you. But maybe at this time it's not. Certain people, and you'll see certain, like she's a Vaidhi, but she came to a point where it was time for her to move on. She didn't move on 20 years ago. I guess I was preaching 20 years ago. Where was she?
Time wasn't right.
Time wasn't right. Okay. I was around when Prabhupada was preaching, but I didn't even pay any mind to it. It wasn't time because I wouldn't have, for him, doing that kind of preaching and me going, it just, the Lord said, we'll wait a little bit for you. Every time has to be ripe for everybody. So people will come that are meant to come. They're ready, they've been praying in their heart. Krishna knows their hearts. They reveal their hearts too. Look at Johan preaching for a long time, and also Freddie, 20 years, 25 years as a Vaidhi Bhaktas. Usually 25 years is a magic number. How many years was it for you?
Unfortunately, 39.
39 years. A little slow learner.
I'm a slow learner. But once I get it, I get it.
Yeah, hey man, if it took you 80 years, it's okay, man. Because this is where we finish everything, man. We're just here to destroy this worldliness. We're here to destroy the world. We're world destroyers. People think that's a bad.
Captain American here.
Captain American's here. He's going to destroy the world. Yeah, why not? Yeah, might as well get our worldliness. See, destroy the worldliness. Become a, and not this divine beings. You're both human and divine. Together here. We got a body. And you can relax, man. You find Krishna gives himself to you as you are. You just be yourself. Keep tasting. Keep doing sadhu sangha. Water. Everything's fine. Just have faith in that. Don't have faith in Vaidhi to deliver you, because it can't. You got to just have faith in those who are delivered. Are you delivered?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you say so.
See, that's Majjhim Bhakta. He cannot explain it properly.
I can explain it.
Yeah? Explain it. Why are you doing
not going to.
Not going to. He's a bullshitter. Yeah? I knew he was a bullshitter. See? Lord Brahma, again, how many times I repeat this verse, he still can't remember it.
What do you say?
What did he say? I must have mentioned this verse a million times. You tell me what it says. What did you can't either. Oh my God! You can't. How many times I repeated this one? Lord Brahma says, those who invents the symptoms of devotion. Tears in the eyes, choke in the voice, hair standing. Now you remember? Hair standing on end, and a host of other symptoms, rolling on the ground, barking like a dog. No.
Stroking dogs.
Cackling like a chicken.
Cackling like a chicken. Stuff like that. Does not take another birth here, but is promoted to the kingdom of God. See, so the book, you have to be conformed to the revelations in the book. See, now you have assurance. See, like Meena was saying yesterday, that the devotees think they're delivered just because they say, well, we believe in Prabhupada, and then we're speculating that after we die, it's all going to accrue, all this devotion, even though we don't like devotees who have devotion here. Oh, we're just going to like devotees there. Oh, yeah? Oh, really? You don't like ecstatic devotion here, and you're worshiping Krishna and Prabhupada's ecstatic devotee, But you're going to like them there? What, are they going to have to hide from you there, too? Prabhupada had to hide here his bhakti, because of all these people are adverse still. And see, that's speculating. That doesn't conform to the book. No, you got to conform. Lord Brahma, do you have tears in your eyes sometimes? Do you choke of the voice? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
All the time.
Yeah. Do you sometimes laugh?
I've been known to occasionally.
Sometimes cry?
I've been known to occasionally.
Okay, so are you delivered?
Yes, I'm delivered.
According to the book of rules?
According to the book of rules, I'm delivered. Brahma, my big brother, has told me that I'm delivered. I'm delivered.
Yeah, see? There you go. See, no speculation. You have assurance. Because with Christians, they're not clear on their Siddhanta. Even ecstatic ones sometimes are not sure. Because their Siddhanta is not clear. Well, because there's a lot of people preaching, oh, no, you can lose your salvation and all that stuff. See? But you're delivered if you have these symptoms. If you have Guru Aparad, you're checked for a while. But it's going to work itself out eventually. The Prabhupada even said, when you have aparads, certain aparads, you come back, and work it out. That could bring you back, Guru Aparad, because that snaps the creeper, checks it, But that happens, so it happened here, people, they get something, then they get caught up in the obstacle. But the Lord will help them. Once you connect with the bona fide guru, that's it, man. It may take you a couple lifetimes or a few lifetimes to get out if you leave their association. Do Guru Aparad, But, hey, man. That's how auspicious devotees are, because that's when you get delivered. Could take, that's why I preach, hey, man, less than a year you can be delivered. And you just always stay faithful to Guru and Krishna, and there's no problem. Not just Krishna and then forget Guru, or Krishna and you don't want to be associate with the Guru, and then you say, yeah, I really appreciate my Guru, I love my Guru and the devotees, but you don't hang out with the devotees. You don't listen to them. See, that has to be worked out too. I'm the guru, man.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
You're a peon.
I'm a little.
You're just a peon, man.
I'm an acolyte. So
What's an acolyte?
Well, I worship the guru.
Yes.
So
if I want to pet the dog, it's okay. If you want to pet the dog and I say it's wrong, it's wrong.
All right, then. So I'm not petting the dog. Where is it? See, I'm not petting it. Am I? Saying hello, dog. Hello, dog.
See, he went against my orders.
I didn't.
He's a liar too.
No.
He's a liar also. He lies.
Yeah, I do lie. I like it.
We want to give the Vaidhi Bhaktas lots of ammunition here. just so it keeps them engaged, you know. Oh, what did Gaurahari do? Let's look at what he did today. Look at what he said today. Let's hear it attentively so we can report to the world what he did and what he said. Let's observe him very carefully. When Nanda Maharaj saw his own son bound with ropes to the wooden mortar and dragging it, he smiled and released Krishna from his bonds. The gopis would say, "If you dance, my dear Krishna, then I shall give you half a sweetmeat." By saying these words and by clapping their hands, all the gopis encouraged Krishna in different ways. At such times, although he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he would smile and dance according to their desire.
Half a sweetmeat.
Half a sweetmeat, not a whole one.
Not even a whole one. Supreme Personality of Godhead.
As if he were a wooden doll in their hands. Sometimes he would sing very loudly at their bidding. In this way, Krishna came completely under the control of the gopis. See? So again, you see, this happened externally, but it also represents what happens internally. See, the gopis, because of their devotion and their love, they control Krishna. See? And Krishna dances, but he also dances through them. When you see a gopi dance, you're seeing Krishna dancing through them. Because they're only inspired by Krishna, right? And it's Krishna showing his pleasure, showing his happiness through the gopis, through the residents of Vrindavan. He shows his highest happiness. See? That's why, you know, when you do, say, like, for example, you do the path. It's a path. Fruit of activity is a path. All paths lie upon me like pearls on a string.
Thread.
On a string.
Sugar on a thread.
On a string.
Sugar on a thread.
String. Who's right? String or thread?
Sugar on a thread.
String. See? She goes with the guru. Not thread.
Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah. So what were we talking about?
Well, sugar on a thread.
Oh, yeah, okay, maybe we'll come back. Okay, all paths, yeah, fruit of path. So that's a path. It's created, he's the author of all paths, even the fruit of path, right? For those qualified for that. Okay? So, people that are qualified, they go and do a good day's work, and they come back and they, you know, feel like kind of satisfied, right, in their heart, like I work. If a person is a fruitive worker and doesn't work, are they happy? No. See? So what are they? Who's really happy? Is it that person or is it Krishna? See? It's Krishna. That's that level of his happiness, which is, it's not very great. So they're showing the world, look at us, we're fruitive workers, look how happy we are. And to a person who has a higher happiness, he's saying, you call that happy? It's like a pig, you know, eating stool and looking, see how happy I am? You know? The pig is saying, but the higher grade happiness is thinking, what is that? That ain't very great. See? So it's the same thing like on the other paths, liberation. There's a higher happiness than fruitive worker type thing. Okay? So there's a happiness, and they're showing what are they doing? Showing God's happiness. Hey man, a drunk on the street drinking all that alcohol, they're saying, hey man, look at this happiness in the mode of ignorance. Is that attractive to a person in the mode of passion? They say, no, get off your ass and work a little bit. No, you can't do it, man. I enjoy this happiness. Give me another drink. Well, it's kind of a happiness, but it's not a very high grade of happiness. See, it's all about the happiness of God, Krishna, in the heart. The greatest happiness is this ecstatic love. See? So when the gopis make Krishna dance, that's when you see ecstatic devotees. It's Krishna dancing through them. He's showing the greatest happiness. That's our secret weapon here. See? We're showing Krishna's greatest happiness. That's all. We're servants, serving that happiness, right? Serving the happiness of Krishna. He likes to be, people just don't know that. They think Krishna likes to be a prune face or something. You know, this is Krishna, we're showing this. Rules, regulations. Krishna likes to dance, Krishna likes to prance, Krishna likes to cry, Krishna likes to laugh.
Krishna likes to love.
See? Krishna likes the devotion. See? So the devotion of what? The devotees. See? So the devotees, the gopis, they're always calling Krishna everything. And it causes Krishna to dance. He dances through them. That's the secret meaning of the rasa dance. See, the dance of rasa is the meeting of the devotee, the gopis, and Krishna creates a dance. Without such a meeting, there's no dance, is there? But this is not a material thing. It's the union between the devotee and the Lord. Okay? Causes this amazing, spontaneous, devotional phenomena. Whatever it is their dance. Could be a good class, could be a song, could be a poem, could be an actual dance. Yeah. See, he would smile and dance according to their desire. See? In this way, Krishna came completely under the control of the gopis. See, that devotion. Advertising. Sometimes, oh boy. Sometimes Mother Yashoda, can you tell him if he wouldn't mind lower it a little bit? Tell him I'm giving a class or something. Just a little bit lower, just for a little while. Sometimes Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends would tell Krishna, bring this article. Oh, your turn. You read that.
Where?
Sometimes Krishna.
Sometimes Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends would tell Krishna, bring him this article or bring that article. Sometimes they would order him to bring a wooden plank, wooden shoes or wooden measuring pot. Krishna, when thus ordered by the mothers, would try to bring them. Sometimes, however, when unable to raise these things, he would touch them and stand there just to invite the pleasure of his relatives. He would strike his body with his arms to show that he had sufficient strength. I'm going to lift his arms. I'm a strong man. Just a tiny boy. And of course, the relatives will look at him and think, oh, look at Krishna. You know, he's help. Let me help him. You know, this is what we do. You know. So charmingly, last time Krishna, you know, in whatever form he's in, and whatever you want, he's there all the time. He's got you. What's he pointing out to sea? Oh, it's not. You just see little Krishna. Just think of your own children prancing around on the floor, and you, what's the mummy do? She says, hello little girl, hello little boy. Now, what can I get for you? And the little boy and little girl look at it and then very authoritatively say, Mummy, I want the moon. And then the mummy's stuck, isn't she? Because she can't get the moon. She tries to give him something else. And I say, no, I want the moon, I want the moon. I want the moon, I want the moon, I want the moon. They start crying and acting out in front of them. And it's all Krishna's plan. All Krishna's plan. You know, to get the best out of his friends and his disciples, and show them what love is, what actually love is. You know, if you know, the whole purpose of this Krishna consciousness is to get in touch with your feelings, to know what love is and what love can do for you. You know, and when you know what love can, it's not love actually, it's love for Krishna, and his prasads. You know, Krishna in any form is Krishna. Everybody's Krishna, even the people say, see, Krishna just knocked their phone off me hat. So you know, whatever Krishna wants, Krishna will get. And if he wants you as his mother or father or his friend, he will have you as mother or father or friend. And you can be anything you want. You can be anything you want. You know, this is what happens within Krishna consciousness. You know, if you become beholden to him, then what's he going to do for you? You know, he's going to do everything for you, and you're going to be so happy at this that nothing else is going to make any difference at all. Any difference to you at all, and you'll do anything you can to help Krishna. And this is what Krishna wants. He wants your love, not love for everybody, which it is love for everybody, but actually, if you direct it towards Krishna, then you get love for everybody, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You know, and thinking is the Supreme Personality of Godhead will get you in absolutely nowhere, because you're always thinking that this Krishna is the Krishna is the big man, you know, the big man in the world, which he is. But he didn't want to be thought as the big man. He wants to be thought as a little boy. In this case, anyway, as a little boy in this case. You know, and that's what floats his boat. You know, and if your boat is floated by the fact that he wants to be a little boy, you know, you've got two boats floating at the same time, going in unison and going strongly. You know, and I don't like looking at myself on the camera because I look old and I've got bags under my eyes and everything, you know.
Oh, you look great.
And it's just flattering me now.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. You know.
Adorable.
Because it's really, this is too much. It's too much. I'm getting so much. All the time I'm getting tears in my eyes. I don't know if you can see them now. I've got tears in my eyes. And, you know, I'm getting so much from everyone here. Everyone. Even the Muslims. You know. Even the Muslims. You know, I'm just saying, Allah, Akbar. And everything. And they're saying, Allah Akbar, you know? And if I say Krishna, they say, oh, no, don't say that. Can't say that. And you know, I've got this thing about Krishna kicking my ribs in. Well, he's doing it again. I don't want him to stop. He's lovely, you know, and I feel I feel so stupid, so stupid that he's giving me the microphone and I'm talking to you and I'm talking a lot of rubbish, but it's my rubbish and I'm enjoying speaking to you about Krishna, and my favourite out of everything is Radharani, which is half of Krishna anyway, I've got a dog come to look at me, and everybody's coming to look at me, The flies, the ants, the mosquitoes, everybody. I haven't got many mosquitoes around here actually, so it's very, very, very exceptional. It's exceptional. It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place to be exceptional in. I'm sitting in a coffee bar here, and just above me is the Zion Hotel. It's a big place, And it makes me want to jump into the song. That reggae number, Get a Zion, get a lion in Zion. It's Bob Marley, but I don't know it. I don't know any songs. I knew nothing. But I'm trying to enlighten you, but I know nothing. It's the wrong way around. I was just putting an extension onto the phone. So I was just telling you like that. So I'm going to read a bit more of this. The pure devotees throughout the world who can understand the activities, the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, exhibited how much he can be subdued by his devotees. And doesn't that say everything to you? Doesn't that say everything to you? Here, it's written in the Srimad Bhagavatam. He laughs. It's written in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's written in the Srimad Bhagavatam, but no, God of mine. It's written in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and therefore it must be true. I believe in the Vedas, and the Srimad Bhagavatam is part of that. And everything within those Vedas is true. Might be embellished slightly, or you might embellish it slightly, but it's all true, So if it's written in the Srimad Bhagavatam that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, exhibited how much he can be subdued by his devotees, well, it's got to be true, isn't it? So I'm getting hold of Krishna and I'm subduing him. Come here, Krishna. I'm subduing you. Listen to me. But I'm not doing it like that. I'm doing it nicely. Because Krishna can be subdued by the love that you give to him. That you show love to Krishna. Do what he likes. What does he like? He likes to play. He likes to have fun. He doesn't go around saying, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, banging his head on the table 14 times before he says something to you.
He wants to chant Hare Krishna.
Yeah, he wants you to chant Hare Krishna, doesn't he?
He likes to read Srimad Bhagavatam.
He likes to read Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm hearing this from the empowered Guru Maharaj now. So he's saying this and he's laughing. So he's got a puppet here, a Dashrat puppet, and the puppet going like this, moving his arms and legs and his mouth is going up and down. He's all doing it because of Srila Gaurahari Das. Well, it is actually Srila Gaurahari Das who's doing it through Krishna. So it's coming down to Gaurahari Das, now to me, and I'm going like that. So it's good. It's really good. And I'm getting hot. Getting hot here. Once a woman selling fruit was calling, "Oh, inhabitants of Rajbhumi, if you want to purchase some fruits, come here." Upon hearing this, Krishna immediately took some grains and went to Bharata as he needed some fruits. So the inhabitants of Rajbhumi were out selling fruits. And Krishna, in his baby form, his small form anyway, he wanted some fruit, so he took a handful of grains out to them, you know. So can you imagine going into a tailor shop and saying, "I want a suit," and the tailor saying, "Yes, what size, what measurements?" And I'll take the measurements, and then you say, "Yeah, it's a lot of grains for you." What would he do? He'd say, "Get out of my shop, you idiot!" You know, but Krishna's out there, and he's bartering with the women for fruit, and he's giving them grains, and they've got so much pleasure, so much love for Krishna, that they're taking the grains and thinking, "This is great, this is absolutely fantastic," and it is. It's fantastic, because if you have love for Krishna and you take the grains, I'm not saying this so you do it. If you take the grains and you give whatever it is you want, Krishna will give you back millions of times what you're giving him, you know. And this is what This is what I came to understand in the first place when I came to Krishna consciousness, that everybody was telling me that I should give to Krishna and not accept from him, you know, but they were giving and accepting from him, giving things to accept, to get things, to get something from him, you know. But I just gave things eventually, and no, I say I gave things, I didn't, because I gave things to get things back. In the first place, I gave things and I got things back immediately. But after a while, I tried what he said, to give things without asking for anything back, and I want anything back, and it's hard. It's hard, you know, when you're used to giving something and you want something back in return. But after a while, I just gave things, and these came back so many thousands of fold, And here I am, sat in southern India, under this canopy, and with these wonderful people, and everybody, and the sea is wonderful, and everything's out, you know. Krishna's given me this. Because I wouldn't come here unless Krishna had done it through his powerful representative. What's his name? Srila Gaurahari. It's Srila Gaurahari, that's it. How can you forget the best friend you've ever had in your life? You know, his name. I forget everybody's name. Apart from my own, which is what is it? Yeah. Don't know. I don't know what it is. I've got so many. So you know, people are going about the business now, sort of touristy and otherwise. Everybody, everyone, every single person is involved with Krishna, even if they don't know it, and most of them don't know it. That's why Gaurahari Das is here, because he's here to show people what they should do, you know. Unfortunately, I'm one of the very few people who've become who's trying to become a disciple of this guy, I mean, sorry about it. I mean, guy. I mean His Holiness. His Holiness. Yeah. You know. I'm a rough and ready Yorkshireman. That's the trouble. You know. So you know, this acharya. That'll do. Yeah. This
Hey,
acharya.
you're laughing at the acharya?
Yeah.
You're making a joke, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm laughing at myself, actually. Yeah. I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? John Brewer says I'm a banana man.
He says that. Banana Man. All right. Hey, how come our ratings are going down? We only got 3, 4. Okay, we're going up again. All right, good.
Yeah, see, when that shot gets on, everybody goes off. But you know, this is really something. This is really what you're looking for. You don't know you're looking for it yet, but this is what you're looking for. Because like the Guru says, when you get to a higher level, you look down on the lesser level, you think, you know, I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. And obviously you don't want to do it.
Ready?
There's 2 waves. Jonah Beth Oplic Magic. We wish. My wish come true. Your wishes come true, has it, Joanna? Well, my wishes come true as well. And it's wonderful. So I was reading on this. I've been off so long that it's gone off.
Oh.
I'll give you back to the Guru Maharaj who'll find where I am. That's it. While Krishna was going to the fruit vendor very hastily, most of the grains he was holding fell. Nonetheless, the fruit vendor filled Krishna's hands with fruits, and the fruit basket was immediately filled with jewels and gold. See what happens. See what happens. Oh, it's wonderful. I was telling you how much I'm getting from Krishna, despite being here, you know. And there it is in writing. See, Krishna ran to the fruit vendor to buy fruit off her, and she gave him the fruit. She gave him whatever he wanted, and he gave her some grains which all falling out of his hand anyway. And he gave her what was left, and she was so happy with him that he rewarded her happiness by giving her a basket full of jewels. She put it on her head. She walked up and said, "Get heavy! Oh, a few cruises, get heavy!" And put it down all day, full of jewels. The woman was set up, you know. And that's just what we are. We're set up. I'm not saying that you're gonna get gold and jewels and everything, you know. But what you're gonna get is a true meaning of life. And if you get a true meaning of life, what do you need gold and jewels for? Because they're trinkets. It's like who was it who said? Somebody said, I can't remember. Probably that young boy. What was his name? The young boy who got the darshan of Krishna. He was a 5-year-old. Anyway, whatever his name was, you'll know. I don't know. Well, I do, but I can't remember it. And he said, I've been looking for you for so long, and I've been looking at. I've got all these jewels and things you're giving me. They don't mean anything. It's just like a handful of glass and things you can throw them away. You know, when I've got you, I've got everything. What do I need? I need a kingdom for. I need a kingdom and a palace and workers and everything like that. Dhruva Maharaj, little boy. Dhruva Maharaj. What do I need it? It's trinkets. It's gold and silver and ornaments. I don't want just want your love, you know. And your love is the most important thing you can get. So forget all your all your propensities to gain power and things, power over people. Power over people. You see these adverts in the Sunday Times and Sunday newspapers on the pages. Have power over people, you know. But you don't need it. You don't need it. What you need is power over yourself. And get that power over yourself by getting a guru like. Well, you can't get a guru like. You can only get a guru called Gaurahari Das. You know, we'll give you the message, because there are the other gurus about who are any good. And he's very kind when he says that only a few gurus in the world will like that, but there aren't. There's one, and that's Guru Gaurahari Das. Guru Gaurahari Das, who's got the power, you know, got the power to give it to you. I'm not telling you a word of a lie now. He's always in the mind of Krishna consciousness. And when he wants to go away and he looks at YouTube, he'll turn YouTube on it, he'll turn it off 2/3 of the way through and say, "Rubbish! Rubbish!" You know? And then they go back and read Srimad Bhagavatam or something like that. And he's back on track. So if we want to be happy and do everything we should do, all we've got to do is read the books and find out what's on. Sorry, I keep going off. I keep going off. Sorry, my mouth is active. It's going to appear. I'll read the book again. While Krishna was going to the fruit vendor very hastily. No. Once after uprooting the Yamuna Arjun trees, Rohini Dev went to call Ram and Krishna, who had both gone to the riverside and were playing with the other boys with deep meditation, attention. Because of being too attached to playing with the other boys, Krishna and Balaram did not return upon being called by Rohini. Therefore, Rohini sent Mother Yashoda to call them back. Because Mother Yashoda was more affectionate to Krishna and Balaram. And why was she more affectionate? Because she was the birth mother, haven't she? Rohini was, but she was a surrogate mother. Nothing to do with it. Forget it. Forget what I just said. Krishna and Balaram, being attached to their play, were playing with the other boys, although it was very late. Therefore, Mother Yashoda called them back for lunch. Because of her ecstatic love. Her ecstatic love. Not love, her ecstatic love. Ecstatic. She wanted the boys to come. She wanted to feed them. She wanted to do things for them. She wanted to put in place everything she could for them. You know? More than herself. Ecstatic love. Ecstatic love. So give ecstatic love to the guru. And he'll pass the ecstatic love up to Nityananda, to Lord Krishna. And you will get ecstasy. You will get ecstasy. Because of her ecstatic love and affection for Krishna and Balaram, milk flowed from her breasts. So, you know, I don't get milk flowing from my breasts. I don't know about Janaki Devi or even Guru Maharaj, you know.
Not like a cow, you have to give birth first.
Yeah, all right. But you surely got milk flowing from her breast when she thought about Krishna and Balaram.
See, that's her ras.
That's the ras, yeah.
So it's not true.
That's the ras. So any ras that you want, you can get. You know. But if you're thinking in the wrong way in the first place, if you're thinking you're going to get ras by doing this, you're not going to get it. It's by doing it selflessly. selflessly. By offering your love selflessly, that's you're not wanting it back. You just want to serve. You want to serve somebody and give them love. Then they will get. Then they will get the love that. Then you will get the love that you require.
No. Inconclusive.
That's inconclusive. I've been told that's inconclusive.
I know some gurus preaching about selfless love and service.
Well, that's preaching about it, not doing it.
No, it's not true. The love is. Here, I'll just. See, it's spontaneous devotion. We don't. People don't know what they are or who they are. I want to be a Mother Yeshua. I want to be. Vaishnavas are teaching like that. But I see here in our Sangha here, he didn't know he had this Ras with the Radharani and Gopi. He thought it was. He didn't know what it was until it spontaneously awakened, right? He didn't know what it was. Then people say, oh, I want to be a Gopi and Manjari and all that. And a lot of times I already have people left the real guru here because they wanted to go to a person who's going to make them a Manjari because they want to be a Manjari. They don't know who the hell they are. You see? But when you're with a real guru, they teach you how it works, man. You know how you get into your Ras? You associate with a real guru, you do service. And then you're awakened spontaneously that these things awaken. You just got to know, I don't know who I am and what I am. Let me serve the bona fide spiritual master, and all will be well. All will be clear. All will be clarified. See, just because of the power of association. See? We don't know who or what we are. If you think, otherwise, it's material things. This is what people, they have to get through their material. They think, I'm a friend of Krishna, or I'm a conjugal lover of Krishna. I'm that. They don't know what they are. They don't know what they are until it's awakened spontaneously. See? And how do you get to that path? You just got to be in association with a devotee here to deliver you. And just by service and association and hearing, all these things spontaneously awaken. This is how we've seen it happen here. Yeah. So, yeah, it's by association, not by what you want. See, it's even contrary. Oh, I want this, but I want to be a selfless servant. See, see, you can't get out of it. See, I want to be this. You want to get anything, but be a selfless servant. No, you just have to be a servant of the real self. It starts with guru. That's the real self. Empowered Krishna is the real bona fide guru. Just be there, associate with them, hear from them. See, and all will be revealed. See, so the more conclusive thing is not to be a selfless servant, because I preach against that. It's to be a servant of the real self, and it starts with the guru, because the guru is the empowered representative of the real self. It's the real self that comes through them. The real self is conclusive truth, conclusive ecstatic love also. Okay? So, otherwise it's just my selfless service. Yeah, that's that level. That's actually a teaching in Bhagavad-Gita. Krishna says, well, you can. There's two paths mainly on the transcendental paths. One is the impersonal, and the other is personal. See, and the impersonal is you be a selfless servant of everyone in the world, and then eventually, after a lot of trouble, you realize the truth. See, or you can take the personal path. You serve the Supreme Person, which the bona fide guru engages you in that service and teaches you clear stuff. See, not that path to follow the impersonal, the selfless. I hate that word. If you say selfless in my presence, I'm all over it. I'm very crabby. I am selfless, man. Yeah. Sarvabhauma was like that. He was into selflessness, or all that. And then he got converted into Vaishnavism, and he bored. He didn't even like the word mukti. Bhakti, devotion, service to the self. Aren't they serving Krishna? Where are they serving selflessly? No, they're serving Krishna, and by that, they're serving the real self, man. You don't hear any word selfless serve. No. Sometimes, actually, the Vaishnavas will use that word, selfless. But you got to understand, it's not about selfless. It's about serving the real self. You get everything. The real self starts with the bona fide spiritual master. That's the empowered real self. And they tell you conclusively these things. Okay? And then you're engaged in the service of Krishna. Something to think about, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm back on him.
Actually, this is a good place to stop.
Good place to stop, yeah.
Good place to stop. We've gone long enough. I got to do stuff here. It's our last day here. We got to pack. We got to do this. I think I might go into town. I don't believe we can get all our stuff in that. Oh, well, I'll just end this. Okay, we'll be back here sometime. We got to pack, get ready for Goa. Hare Krishna.